Hello, I'm here. Sorry for being slightly late. I was doing a thing, and then I thought I had enough time, and I did. But then I had to do like three other things, and then I was like, "What time is it? Oh shit, it's time." But I'm here, so we're all good. Welcome everyone to a special Sunday stream. I will put my camera in a cool spot for you, just as a teaser. And then I'm gonna reveal the stream. Whoa. 3, 2, 1. Hello! Hope you're all having a great weekend. Oh, that was the wrong side. Yeah, hope you're all having a great weekend. Mine's pretty good so far. As you can see over here, we have the red panda habitat of Keypark Zoo. And it is completely finished. And we're doing a little extra stream today indeed. Because best part of the week. And now you get it twice this week. Isn't that amazing? So, yeah, as you can see, I finished the red panda habitat over here. We got 2 different angles of it. It's looking really, really good. I'm really happy with it. And I can't wait for you to see more of it next week. Maybe? Depends. Whenever I release the video touring the entire Nepal area. Oh, look, there they come. Something else that you might be able to see over here, which if you're in my Discord server, you will already know the news. But the past however many streams, I don't remember how long, can we get tips and tricks on your foliage work? Maybe today we'll see that, because we're going to build a habitat today. And we're gonna basically do filming very similar as what I did here, but it's, I don't know, it's very much just I go by vibes. I don't really think about what I'm doing. That's why I think it's pretty doable for me to finish Keypark, because the next area of the zoo, like 80% of it is gonna be just this, so I think it's gonna go pretty fast. But anyway, I fixed the issue that I had with the zoo for the past couple of streams, for the past months I want to say, is that when I'm playing the game right now, the game is unpaused, I would have these lag spikes, like the game would absolutely stutter, and it would just be unplayable basically without pause. And I already noticed a while ago that when I remove all the animals from the zoo, it's gone. So, and I thought it would be an issue with the animals, because that's also why pausing works. So I decided yesterday to do a little bit of an investigation. And I discovered the culprit of this problem. And I'm sorry to say that it was caused by old Roger. Somehow, the raccoon dog habitat, if I put raccoon dogs in it, it is causing this issue, and maybe I can fix it by changing the habitat. For the time being though, I'm gonna take the easy way out and say that it was old Roger's time. He was too old, and somehow he had cursed the entire zoo for giving him such a bad enclosure. So old Roger has been taken out back, and we probably won't see him again. So we have a little cardboard cutout in memoriam of old Roger, but that is just how it's going to be. I also, at the end of last stream, I was like, hey, is Jess on the wall yet? And apparently she wasn't, so I added her. So we have Jess Moonfox, one of our members, on the wall now. Uh-oh, now you have to redevelop the whole enclosure. I mean, we can just keep it for now. And just say, hey, maybe I should see if I can find a habitat for old Roger in Zoo again. Oh my god, that would be amazing. No, but for now, it's nice that there is just an old abandoned enclosure over here that the zoo hasn't done anything yet. And we could put a sign here that instead of saying raccoon dog, but let's say that is really something that happened like very recently, and the zoo hasn't gotten around to doing anything with it yet. Because realistically, this would become the Asian small-clawed otter enclosure of the zoo. That's what I would have in mind for it. I'd love to see some banners up saying this is vacant, Roger sent away for breeding. Roger is not sent away for breeding, he's too old to breed. the whole idea was that he was just sitting in his enclosure waiting to die. So I think the logical conclusion to the story, I think there's only one logical conclusion to the story, basically. But well, maybe we just don't like facing that reality. Anyway, we're going to zip through... actually, let's zip through the other side. He moved to the zoo of Ghent. Okay. Okay, good to know. I'm happy with this conclusion. So we're going to quickly zip through the aquarium. Because as you saw in the thumbnail, I lied again. And oh god, the aquarium is so much bigger than I thought. I keep thinking like, oh yeah, maybe I can knock it out in a couple of days. Like, it doesn't need to be good, it just needs to be something. But the more I walk through it, the more I'm like, yeah, I was kind of very ambitious with this one. But over here, there is actually a lot of cleanup to do in the terrain editing as well, thanks to the Nepal area. I also didn't know that we had a couple of leaks over here. But anyway, over here we are at the Komodo dragon enclosure of the zoo. Oh yeah, well, actually, while I'm going through the aquarium anyway, right, let me quickly go back to the side of the aquarium, because there's something I need to say there as well. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Let's go through the wall, then we're quicker. Okay, maybe not that much. If we go over here to the entrance of the aquarium, I did also notice a frame drop when I added in the meerkats. So I did also take out the meerkats. I guess we'll just have to say that the meerkats are just all in their burrows. They're just not out today. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say. I definitely needed to go all the way there to say that. So let's jump through some walls again and speedrun our way to the Komodos. Actually, we can go from here. No, actually we can't. There we go. Okay, so the Komodo dragon enclosure of the zoo is over here. And I started to do a little bit of work in this area. I did some pathing stuff, as you can see. Actually, I don't know if we can... Oh yeah, oh nice. We can actually just finish the pathing like that. That's great. I mean, I'm gonna make some changes here because I need to make room for a kiwi enclosure, because over here is gonna be a kiwi enclosure. Basically, what's going to happen is we're gonna put up some walls over here, and this is going to be the entrance of the second night house of the zoo. The first one being the pangolin enclosure, which coincidentally is like directly above us. But the second night house of the zoo is going to be taking you through Australia. God damn it. I didn't want to go up. Oh yeah, I added... Well, okay, you'll see that in the video. Actually, spoilers. That's the wrong one. This is going great. You love seeing the work in progress builds? Yeah, I mean, that's what's interesting about the streams, right? Is you get to see warts and all. So, yeah, there's going to be the entrance of the second night house. And I say Australia, I did do the number one, like, bad thing that almost every zoo does, is that I put the kiwis in with the other Australian animals. I said other Australian animals, as if they are an Australian animal. They're not. But yeah, the kiwis are over here. I did give their sign a different color. So, and yeah, I did the signs. So, once again, I said I wasn't going to do signs. But as I was working on this area, or started to work on this area, I remember that I had started doing the signage for this area. So I opened up the old files again, and I was like, man, I really, really love this sign template that I made for the Australia section. So I really just wanted to finish it. The only problem is that since making the signs, I added a couple of animals. Like we got the Oceania DLC, and that included the Tasmanian Devil and the Quokka, and then also for this, and the Kiwi, of course. And then I expanded the Night House with like echidnas and quolls. So I had to make a few new signs. So I looked up the stream, because we actually made a lot of those signs live on stream. So I actually looked up that stream to see if I could figure out what my settings for the screenshots were, because I used the NVIDIA photo mode to add like a bunch of special effects with the halftone thing, which you can see kind of this like the dots. This because this picture is dark, it doesn't show that well, but yeah, I was able to find those settings again, and I was able to recreate it pretty well. And yeah, make just a bunch of these signs. The only problem that I had was that the program I used to make these signs, which is called Krita. It's a free drawing program. Apparently it had an update since making those signs, like, I don't know, 2-3 years ago. And a lot of the things that I did, like all the font stuff, so all of this text got like messed up. The font size was changed. So I had to fix that for all of them, and it was a real pain. But yeah, eventually I got it all to work. And do you have any tips for signage? The national park, and this looks so creative. Yeah, this is my favorite signs that I ever did. And honestly, I wish I could do a tutorial, but it really is just, I feel like I lucked out with this one. Like, I just started throwing some stuff together, and you can go back to that stream in which I made this sign. I think it's like number, I don't even remember, but it was like making signs or whatever. I forgot which one it was. It's quite like at the start of it, because it was like, it was before, I think it was like around the time of the Australia pack. No, probably later, but everything in Planet Zoo is just throwing shit at shit and hoping for the best. Yeah, that's basically how it works. Yeah, but yeah, no, with this one I don't know, I just added some textures. I found some cool pictures of like rusty things, and I threw that all together. Then I found a cool picture of like Aboriginal patterns, and I threw that on there. And then I made the indicator sign a boomerang, because you gotta have a boomerang in there. I think these colors are like the colors of the football team of Australia, so again, it doesn't really work for the Kiwi sign, but whatever. And that's just how it came to be. But yeah, Kiwi will be over here. That will be the first one. Initially, like if you go back some stream, I don't know if I ever showed this on stream, but initially the path went like up here, and I had the idea that you would go left into a small dead end to see the Kiwi, and it would be like really easy to miss, to make people like, to make it not too crowded there. But it is kind of like, that doesn't make sense, right? So I changed the layout so that you like always walk past it instead. And it is also a nice curve, and like quite a lot of people can stand here because everyone's gonna want to see the view. Does Roger's new exhibit in Zoo of Kent need to be as shitty as yours? I mean, it would make him feel at home, but I also don't want him to curse the Zoo of Kent, so I'll leave that up to you. But yeah, then we get the Echidna, which now also has a sign that I made last night, and I'm really happy with. Honestly, I said I wasn't gonna do signage, but I am getting so much enjoyment out of making all of these little pictures and like all of these little scenes with the animals in them that I'm probably just going to keep making signs because I just enjoy it so much. The only problem is for the next area, which is going to be the South America area, I don't have a sign layout. And that's also the issue that I had with the Nepal area. Like, I don't know what I want these signs to look like. And as much as I like making like the screenshots, I don't enjoy making like all of this stuff, like looking up all the information. Like, I'll absolutely admit that I use Google Gemini to look up most of this information, and I only do very basic like fact checking. Like when it told me that, and this is really funny because we had this conversation in Bronation a short while ago, and somebody said like that Kiwis in Planet Zoo often get twins. And everyone was like, what the hell? And then when I told Google Gemini to give me all of these facts for the Kiwi, it also said that they produce 1 to 2 eggs, which is just, what, where? And then I Googled it, and it actually, I understand why it says it, because it has misinterpreted something from the San Diego Zoo's information page. Which is just basically saying that they will lay 1 egg, and then she might lay a second egg and add that to the clutch. But it still takes 85 fucking days to make that egg. So I don't see how you could say that those are 2 eggs in a single clutch. Because literally before that second egg is laid, before that second egg is laid, Actually, the incubation. Yeah, I think the incubation is also. Wait, not the. Wait, incubation is not the same as gestation, but the gestation time is also super long, as you can imagine. So I think by the time the next egg is laid, the other egg will almost be hatched, and the young only stays with the parents for a couple of days before it goes off on its own. So it's really funny how that came back, is what I'm mainly trying to say, because we had that discussion on Bronation like less than a week ago, I feel like. Anyway, next up we got the tiger quoll. I really would like to have the eastern quoll instead, because they're much more endangered and also more common in zoos, I'm pretty sure. But this is the only one we got a lot of, so tiger quoll it is. And they're gonna have a nice nocturnal exhibit in here based on Leipzig. And yeah, then we got the good old platypus exhibit. I thought I put the water back in. What happened? In fact, I could swear I put the water back in, but whatever. We're gonna probably need to change some things about it anyway. So yeah, that's actually what I want to start this stream off with. Oh, because oh, that's the pangolins. Over here we used to have a really cool billboard, and this is one billboard that I still want to fix up. But before I can do that, yeah, I want to make sure that it's all still working. So I'm going to quickly go into my folders for this. Yeah, so over here I have my platypus signs. So these are, you can see how old these are because they're still listed as Dierhoven instead of fucking Keypark. But so yeah, I'm going to have to redo these, but we got platypus sign 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. God. And then we got the full sign. So yesterday I already did do, I basically took a screenshot of this picture. So I made this picture forever ago using some image editing because, yeah, otherwise you're not going to be able to get the platypus in there with the nest and everything. But basically I just took a screenshot of this photo with those same filters on. And now I've got the same picture, but with the halftones and stuff. So that's already going to make it a little bit more in the same style as the rest of the signs. But now what I'm going to want to do is redo this sign, but then with the same style as the rest of the Australia signs. So this is my old Keypark sign, yeah, style that I had come up with way back when. And now I'm going to want to redo that. But first, I'm going to copy these. I guess I'm just going to paste them into user media because we're going to change them anyway. So for now, I'll just have them here. Where are they going to get put? They're going to be put... Where are they? God, if only I knew the alphabet. The K comes before the P, right? Oh, they're right at the end. Okay, that's good. So we're gonna go here. Oh, wait, actually. No, wait, that's wrong. Okay. I mean, this is probably not going to work. But, let's see. Hello? Okay. Do you still have old Roger in the storage? Yes, I do. I want to make sure it has the same stats. My god. I told you, I took him out back. Of course I still have him. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm gonna do this and then I'll show you. So this is this. Okay, yeah, the billboards are bad. Wait, this is very bad. Why is it this bad? Okay, so that's also something that's going to need to be changed. Yeah, because this button is supposed to, this arrow is supposed to point at this button. I think in the past, I envisioned people walking around this way. So I probably mirrored the layout at some point. So I'm legit making the habitat as we speak. Oh my god, even as the savior. Alright, so this is number 6. Right. And we got number 5. Number 4. Hello. Okay. Number 3. Number 2, and number 1. So I'm going to... Hello? Why is it... Oh wait, that's intentional. Okay. So I'm going to change these signs to be the same style as the other Australia signs. So with the little orange things and the torn paper and stuff. And then... yeah, that's hopefully going to look really, really cool. And then people can learn all about the platypus, about how they're a semi-aquatic egg-laying mammal down under. And also we got Perry's hat. Alright, so just for eben's sake then, we will look at Old Roger in storage. Yeah, Old Roger the 5th, very important detail. Here you go, Eben. Take your screenshot. Actually, while you're taking your screenshot, I'm gonna quickly go to the bathroom because my stomach is a little upset. Oh, I didn't put my green screen down the right way. That's kind of stupid of me. And I'm also going to get my water because I forgot to get my water bottle because I was in a rush. So I'll be right back. Where is the button? Here. Alright, I'm back. Hello. Sorry about that. I also realized that so before the stream I was baking cookies. And I realized I should probably put them in a box. So I did that. Oh, let's see. Can we get a small zoo of Ghent update just for old Roger? Oh my god, that's amazing. Just need to finish up the wayfinding signs and send it over to some creators. Some creators. Sometime next month should be out. That's so exciting. Barry, haha, that's awesome. Yes. We've got the more like educational version of his song. We've replaced all the secret agent stuff with more educational facts about platypus. So, suddenly I have to go for dinner. Hopefully I'll be back, but no promises. Don't worry about it. So, with the sign put over there, actually, oh god, I just almost choked on my own spit. I want to put a second sign over here. Hello? For the quokka. Let's see. Quokka. Because they're also in this enclosure. Ta-da! And then we can get started on some Keypark stuff. So, over here we are in the Australia area. And there's a couple things that need to still happen here. So, first of all, you saw this room just now that kind of needs a little bit of cleaning up. Though I'm probably going to wait until Eben finishes the restaurant before I touch this, so I can make it all kind of blend together a bit better. We've got the tunnel leading up to all of this stuff that we started off the stream showcasing, so that's something that needs to happen. And over here in the outdoor part, we've got basically 3 exhibits that still need to be built. We've got the main yard for the wallaby and the emu. We've got the Tasmanian devil enclosure, which I'm starting to realize after having been to a bunch of Tasmanian devil enclosures, probably needs a separation, needs to be split into 2. So we have 2 separate enclosures. And then lastly, there is going to be a very small enclosure over here for the kookaburra. That one can literally just be a box with some netting over it, so it doesn't need to be too exciting. Over here I want to have a little like food truck, which is going to be adjacent to the terrace over here, which should be... why are you here? Yeah, so that should be fine. I was considering making like a custom truck because I don't really like the look of this one that much. But honestly, for time reasons, I think it's completely fine to just use this one. I mean, it's the one we got in the game. It already has an interior even. It's really fine. I'm so sorry. I have to go to the bathroom again. Something's not okay. I'm going to give you guys some penguins to look at. This is really bad. I'm so sorry. I can't help it, but it does suck. I mean, it sucks more for me. Right, apologies. I cannot guarantee that won't happen again. I don't know what's going on, but I'm back. So, I have been a little sick, but nothing like this. The reason I've been sick is really funny. It's actually hilarious. The last Christmas, what's going on in my brain? Oh yeah, this by the way. Before I continue my story, hello Rickster. This is where I took the screenshot of the quokka, by the way, which, if you can tell, you got the same bushes in there. Amazing. Hope that is right. No, you just missed me running to the bathroom twice, so... and that's the last I'm going to talk about that. We don't need to give any more details. Now, we did a little tour of what I've done so far, but that's fine. We're going to build now. Hello, Lovro. So, I built that little scene over here. I'm actually going to clean up this path to begin with. And I didn't clean it up yet. I figured maybe we can use this. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to find out. I basically maybe want to look up some enclosures. Actually, I don't have to. I have a video series all about that, so I can just use that. Let me actually clean up my tabs, because I still have a bunch of tabs open from when I was editing the next Goran Goes Wild video. Gonna be a minute. I have made good progress today, I will say that, but there's still a bit to do. But no, I'm going to look up Just Goran Wallaby. I misspelled Just Goran and now it doesn't give me any results. Misspelled my own name. There we go, 42 raw wallaby enclosures, that's what I need. Basically what I want to know is how lush can I make this enclosure. So if I look at artists for instance, they have a very lush wallaby enclosure, that's good. Van Blankendaal Park, very lush wallaby enclosure. Okay, so overall, I'm seeing lots of very lush wallaby enclosures. The only question is, do those also have emu? Ooh, zoo vivarium. Actually, let's do this over here. Well, okay, that did not go in the full screen I thought it would. So zoo vivarium Darmstadt, that's an emu enclosure that's very lush. Okay, I'm really happy to see all of this. So Duisburg, that's very lush. Eberswalde, that one's not, I know. Fauna Park, this one's a good example actually, because this is basically what we're trying to build. This video was taken kind of in winter-ish. Not really, you can see there's some leaves, like very early spring. So it's not super lush, but it's still relatively lush, I would say. Hof van Ekbergen doesn't have emu, but I mean, it still has grass. So I think we're pretty safe in terms of doing the thing I want to do. Mabeus also grass. Verde, bit of grass. Tuzurene. This one's actually a really good example because this is a mixed enclosure with even... Why did my thing go out full screen? That's stupid. What planet zoo map is Keypark in? It's temperate Europe. It was built a long time ago before we had all these really cool maps, so I never really got to include those. Oh, Paradise is a good example because it basically very much inspires what we want to do. Actually, Hanover is basically exactly what we want to do. But Hanover isn't in this video, it's in the emu video. Wait, let me get the emu video. Emu works for me. I want to see Hanover real quick. Because that's basically what I want to build today. And apparently I don't know the alphabet again. Wait, is this one not alphabetically ordered? It's not. Somehow. Okay, that's actually a good thing for myself about the future of the inspiration videos. Like, if I'm not going to make them alphabetically ordered anymore, then it's going to be hard to find stuff. What do you think the chances are height maps returning Planet Zoo 2? I really want them. I made a video about it. I want them. I don't think the chances are very high. Although, no, Planet Coaster also didn't have them. So yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. We can only dream. But yeah, so plants actually in here, grass actually in here. That's really good. This one is emu and kangaroo in the next enclosure at Hanover, which of course isn't in this video, there is actually even more lush. That's the wombat enclosure. So I'm gonna keep this open over here, because actually I want the backstage building here to be kind of similar to this. I also do want to open up the Tasmanian devil enclosure of Plankendaal. So I'm gonna open that one too. Did I only have 3 enclosures when I made this video? Damn. How many more do I have now? I have Copenhagen and Boval. Probably something in the Czech Republic too. Yeah, Prague had them. I didn't know I had so little. Okay, wait, actually the backstage building of Plankendaal is kind of boring. Like, other than the fact that it has Bankaroo? Boomerang door handles, there's not a lot going on there. For your vlogging camera, do you have a stick to extend it? No, I just have long arms. Alright, so my conclusion is we can totally keep this level of foliage. We can definitely have, because I think I did this intentionally. I intentionally made this half of the enclosure more sandy because it's next to the wave rock. I think that was an intentional choice. So we're going to keep that a bit. And then we're going to have some bald spots. Like so. And that'll do, I think. So basically, I guess we just... Do we keep this bush? I feel like I want to move this bush. I want to move this bush, like, up here. Oh yeah, and I probably... Wait, did I... I forget if I put this here for the screenshot or not. I mean, it looks kind of good, right? Maybe we extend it a bit. Like we make it a bit taller. Whoa, Prague Zoo t-shirt. Hell yes. Alright, we'll just put that there. And maybe put something else alongside it. And not the eucalyptus, but like a cork oak tree. This one's a bit large. Like a bit thick in the branch. Maybe just a birch. Maybe just a birch tree. Something like that. And we will take this stuff. Let's, for once, do planting in a group, because I never do that for some reason. I still don't really know why. It's just a habit that I have grown accustomed to. Maybe I should stop, maybe I should really drop that habit before I join like a major collaboration or something. Because I feel like people are going to be very upset with me if I keep this up. But we're gonna, because somebody earlier asked if I can show my like foliage process or do a tutorial on that. I don't really think I can do a tutorial on it, but it's really quite simple. I have to sneeze. God. Oh yeah, I was talking about why I was sick. So on Friday. On Friday I went on a date and we went to the botanical garden. Thank you. We went to a botanical garden and this botanical garden is very nice. It's probably my favorite botanical garden. It's the one in Utrecht. And there was this beehive that had like a sign on it that said, "Don't be afraid. Come look inside. Look at the bees." And I was like, hell yeah, I want to look at bees. So I open up the little latch and I'm like, oh wow, look at the bees, they're so cute, look at them. And then I open up a second latch and a curious bee came up to me and started, you know, buzzing around my head. And I was like, okay, little buddy, hello, you're so cute. And then the bee got stuck in my hair, which was less fun. And then I just heard, and then I had a very stinging sensation in my head, and I was like, oh no, this isn't good. Meanwhile, my date is like completely in panic, even though, like, I think I was not panicking or anything. I was just like, oh no, it's stuck in my hair. Oh, I think it's stinging me. Oh yes, it's stinging me. Ow, ow, ow. That's basically the extent of my panic. And she was just completely at a loss of what to do and like how to deal with the situation, especially when I like pointed my head in her direction, like, please help and do something, please get it out. It's stinging me. So eventually she like flicked it 3 times. Only the 3rd time did it let go, or well, did the needle like get ripped out of it, I guess. But then it was like, well, I guess we should probably go to like first aid or something. So we made our way. We didn't know, but we made our way. We had basically almost completed the loop, but we didn't notice. So we went back the long way around the loop to go back to the entrance and ask for first aid. And luckily there was a person there who was able to help, and was actually like, really, because I was like, yeah, I was stung, and she's like, oh no, that happens. It happens to me all the time. And I'm like, okay, yeah, at least I don't feel stupid for getting stung. But I'm like, yeah, I guess I still have a needle in me somewhere. So she looks at my hair, and almost instantly finds a needle. I'm like, how did she do that? How did she? Because I have a lot of hair, you know. I was amazed. I mean, I guess I don't have that much hair. You could always have more. I know at least one person in the stream chat who has more hair than me, but yeah, it was I was impressed by that, to say the least. But yeah, needle goes out. I get an ice pack to cool it, and I felt pretty okay. We still went to the movies after that, and we went to see the Odyssey, which was pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, I had a little bit of pain in my head, but that makes sense. But yesterday, when I woke up, I was like, ooh, I do not feel good. Like, actually Friday night already, I got a little bit of a headache, but I, you know, powered through, and I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, I was working on a video, but I woke up on Saturday, and I was just like, yep, I don't feel good. So I took some aspirin or some, yeah, and then I just lied on the couch, watched some YouTube, and felt sick. Luckily, like, somewhat throughout the day, I started to feel better, and that's when I started to work on the signs. But I found a raccoon that it's close enough to Roger. His longevity went up due to being in a better enclosure, but his other stats went down due to the stress of moving. Oh, poor guy. But yeah, so that's why I felt sick. And now, for some reason, I also have different issues. But it might be because maybe the leftovers that I had today were past their prime. That might be why I'm having issues. Who knows? Anyway, step 1 of Goron foliage work is complete, which is just add a layer of periwinkle in random places to make it look like there is short grass or something like that. Now, for normally I don't do this, but I actually really liked this this stuff for the Quokka screenshot, and it is actually pretty good. I honestly forgot we had this until, like, when I make the signs. Oh, that's actually maybe pretty good advice for the signs. When I make these signs, I basically just look up real images of the animals, and then I just recreate those. So, so I just put down a Quokka. I mean, if you have the taxidermy mod, it's even easier, as long as the animals are compatible. But yeah, I just put down the animal, and then I try to recreate an image I found online. So the image I found of the quokka had a plant that looked a lot like this one, and that's when I remembered that it exists, and I added it, and now I'm like, wow, that's actually a really cool plant for specifically this area, I guess. So let's add that in a bunch of spots. Actually, the fact that we have a sand pit here is perfect because like every emu exhibit I've seen has a sand pit. So that's awesome. That's actually super realistic. I didn't even think about that. Alright, so we've got a little bit of that stuff now. Add a little bit more up on the hill. Awesome. I think I'm gonna lessen the this stuff, and we're gonna add just a little bit more of this throughout to make it look slightly more trampled. Then the next step is gonna be buffalo grass. We're gonna take, I like taking the medium one because it somehow has less of these weird visual issues with these like very black looking things. It still has it a little bit, I think, but I don't know, somehow it stands out less to me usually. So I like taking the medium buffalo grass and just kind of spamming that around in a variety of places. Especially in the back here, where it's not going to get trampled as much. How do you decide on your enclosure sizes? Vibes mostly. Like, I'll look up, if I can find it, I'll look up husbandry manuals. Or I'll just think of a zoo that has an enclosure that like seems like it will fit for me. For instance, the Wolverine exhibit, that's one that's based purely on husbandry manual. Like, this is the minimum size requirement by the ESEA. But then for this one, I don't even remember. It's been a while. But probably for the Tasmanian devil or something, I just looked up something like Doesburg or Blankendaal. Just see how big other zoos make their habitats and then base it off of that. It's not foolproof because, I mean, some enclosures are going to be like dated and too small. But generally, it will give you a somewhat realistic approximation of what the size should be. So what you'll often see me do is stuff like this. Like over here, I've got a box for the harpy, which is based on, I think, Nuremberg. And that's just giving me like, okay, this is roughly the surface area of the exhibit at Nuremberg. So if I want to make a harpy exhibit, I'm going to make it roughly the same size as this. And then I just fill in the details. Yeah, even old enclosures are great to make things more realistic. Yes. It's just, if you are making a very modern area and then you base the size off of a zoo's very old area, then that might give unrealistic things, of course. But yeah, I generally go around on Google Maps, just measure enclosures, and then I make a box. Like, if you look at older Keypark footage, actually over here you'll see that. Yeah, not really anymore, because this is for different purposes, but often you'll find me make these boxes and putting them, and then I can like take those boxes and kind of mix and match it together. South America will include maned wolf, right? I am not sure. I wasn't planning on it. It would be fun though. Like, I was wondering whether I could add them to the anteaters, but I think I would rather add something else, like tapirs. Which is why those tapirs are there. But the puppies... Oh god. Eben! Stop fucking forcing me to do this. This is not, you can still do it. You're still adding enclosures to Zoo Friend. Wait, is the Asia area done? Yes. I will hopefully be recording the video soon. So, as you can see, like, me doing foliage work really is just kind of vibes. I'm actually not doing it very efficiently right now because I'm working in a group. Maybe that's why I don't work in group. What I usually, what I would, what I would usually do is just use like surface, align to surface, and just like spam a bunch of stuff, and then sink it in all at once, and bam, you're done. But I can't really easily do that right now. So instead I'm doing this, but I think we're getting to a point where the grass is pretty okay. You should do a poll for and against doing spectacle diving. I don't want to be forced to do something. Oh, yes, they absolutely wanted to do it. Their investors, aka Eben, really wanted them to do it, but they basically gave them the choice between that and a manatee, and then the investors went for the manatee instead. So, I think grass-wise, that is pretty much gonna do it. Here in the back we might want some more, but I might also just add a couple more bushes instead. So right now I'm gonna go for some little accents and detail. Actually, I'm gonna add a little bit more of the dry grass, just for variety's sake. Because it's gonna break up the colors a little bit. So you get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're gonna push this down quite a bit so that it... this is pretty much gonna do it. Do it. There we go. And now I'm gonna go for some like accent plants. So one that's really good that I don't use enough is this golden stitch, which can really do kind of the same thing that we just did, but a little bit more pronounced. You can really give these like nice things that stick out. You can also use the one that does have color, of course. But I don't really like the color of it, the green one, that much. And then you can also use, if you want to have a really lush exhibit, which I don't think is what I'm going for, but you can use the Yorkshire grass. That one is also pretty nice. Maybe up on this hilltop it would be pretty cool still. But I don't know, I think it's a bit too bright and it sticks out a bit too much in this exhibit. Hey BZ, welcome, welcome. What does work really well in this exhibit, on the other hand, is the Triodia. That one is lovely because it has a little stem sticking out. It is actually part of the Australia pack, so it definitely has that Australia vibe, I guess. But also just in any grasslands exhibit, I think it works really, really well. Yeah, it's so good. So we're gonna add a bunch of those around. And what we might do in a moment as well is add some rocks specifically around those plants to also explain why they haven't all been absolutely demolished by the animals. Is he gonna smell it? You like your new plants, buddy? Alright, so... of course we already started off with the terrain basically being done, but I would always say to add like a couple of hills and things, just to make it not a complete flat fuck. But yeah. Let's see. Another plant that I really like is the diamond leaf willow. It just looks like little bits of weed sticking out of the ground. Little bush. Always a big fan of that one. Can actually put it. Actually, I'm gonna put one like over here, because we are going to try to hide the barrier between the wallaby yard and the devil yard, because we're going to try to make it look like it's one enclosure, as you can see. So when you're standing like over here, I want it to look like they can just cross over. In fact, I actually want, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this, but I kind of want the wallaby and or the emu to get into the Tasmanian devil enclosure just like they can in Paradise. But we'll have to see if we can make that happen. Especially if we're going to make this 2 enclosures, that might become difficult. But we'll see. What are other plans? So the creosote bush is just amazing, especially once they give once they gave us that flowerless version. I was just absolutely sold, but that's gonna take away too much from this view that I'm trying to create. So let's put one like over here instead. Gives a little bit of shelter to the animals. Then I don't know, what else we got? I think we're pretty much there, to be honest. We got it pretty in line with the rest. Over here, we could add some fallen logs. Have you seen the new climbing and the leopard announcement? Yes! Yes, I did. I didn't make a video on this one, because I didn't really have much to say about it, other than, yeah, climbing looks good. Like, they didn't really share much new information. So I'm kind of waiting for that a bit more. I would like something new to really be excited about. Add a little bit of ponytail palm somewhere. It's always a nice plant. Add a bit more. Shelter like they have at Plankadal. I'll have a look at that in a moment. I want to add a bit of this, like, hanging over the back wall. Let's do another one here. That's good. I'm kind of frustrated with how little stuff they've been revealing recently. Yeah, I want. So they are announcing things. It's just, it's still all a little vague. I really would like to get something more concrete, like them actually like explaining things and not just showing things and having us guess what it actually means, because that's what I'm a little bit tired of right now. Well, we'll see. We just need to be patient is the ultimate thing. Where is Plankadal in this video? Wait, where is Plankadal in this video? Wait, do I not have Plankadal in this video? Do I need to look up the... I might need to look up the kangaroo video. Just... coral kangaroo. Just get all of them. Overland Paradise, where is Plankadal? Plankadal. Oh, you mean the shelter for the people? Or for the kangaroos? Because the shelter for the people I can't really... Like, I don't really have... I would have to change the layout of the park. Oh, or you mean... Do you mean the little wooden things? That could be fun. What would be your dream animal list? I don't really have one. I just want to see what we get. Like, I will say, whenever I'm like looking at an aquarium, I'm like, oh yeah, guitar fish. That would be so cool. Like, you can't have an aquarium without a guitar fish. But honestly, if we don't get them, I'm not gonna be devastated. I'm just happy with whatever we get, is really the thing. Let's see, I think this would be the best way to make those, right? I don't know, it's kind of... Wait, let's put it next to a wallaby, so we have a size comparison. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, wait, so we can do this. And then do this for the top. Wait, that's... Oh. There we go. Maybe that's not enough. Have you ever... would you ever be interested in doing a blighter zoo recreation? Plans to do it on the new aquarium and aviary feature? It would be really cool if you did. I'm not sure if I want to do another recreation, to be honest. It's definitely really fun. I really enjoy it, but if I look at what I've done here in Keypark, I feel like I'm gonna do so much more by not doing a recreation, you know? Yeah, I also shouldn't work on the aquarium of Keypark, because we can do so much better in Planet Zoo too. I like how I took this chat suggestion immediately, and Eben has been begging me to do fucking bush ducks and spectacled bears for weeks now, and I've been ignoring him completely. Yes, I will definitely do a bigger park in Planet Zoo too. Like my idea is to start off with another small park, but not take 5 years on it this time. And then move to a bigger park. So my idea was to do a park inspired by Burgers Zoo, so not a recreation, but something that is at least in a similar vein, like with eco displays and taking some of the builds from Burgers Zoo, like semi one-to-one. I'm still interested in that, but maybe like even less of a recreation style, but really just maybe what I should do is what I think Eben had this as a plan at some point, which was like Burgers Zoo buying another zoo and like doing their thing again, or not even buying another zoo, but like starting another zoo in a different place in Belgium in his case. I think that's something that I could do. That would be fun. Although, even in that case, I would want to... Burgers buying Veldhoven, oh god. I mean, even in that case, I would want to do it almost... I just kind of want to do... Like, the thing is, I want to do a one-to-one of Burgers Bush. No, actually, I don't. I want to do a one-to-one of the shell of Burgers Bush, and then give it my own inside. And I don't know why I'm thinking that anything is stopping me from doing that. I should just do it and not care. I would like to do a Ugandan themed area for a zoo because of my trip to Uganda. Like, that's definitely something that's gonna happen, I guess. I wonder how this shelter actually shelters them, because the range is gonna go like straight through, isn't it? It's interesting. And we would have plans for Burgers Bush. Yeah, true. It kind of does make sense in a way. I really like this little shelter. Thank you for suggesting it. It's very cute. Split it like over here. I think they already did. Maybe we should put it closer. I don't think they're gonna be able to go inside of it, but it looks cool. Let's take a look. Wait. Update. Has it updated? Wait, huh? They can go... It doesn't have a hitbox? Oh god. Wait, this is problematic. Okay, wait, I have concerns. Why doesn't it have a hitbox? Oh, the emus are also just gonna phase right through it. I don't like that. We should do something about that. Let's take... Because it completely looks buggy. Let's take the thingy thing. We're gonna take the stick, this, and we're gonna make that part of it somehow. And I'm hoping that will kind of block them. From walking through it like that. I think that should work. Oh, and it fucking, of course. Wait, actually, I want you to be in one thing anyway. There we go. Wanna know what I just did? To select that thing, because it's actually kind of a neat trick. What I just did is the things were ungrouped, right? So what I did is I grouped them, then I pressed Ctrl Z to ungroup them again. So right now they are ungrouped. Then I selected this one. I did redo. Now that one. Wait, actually, I went inside of the group. I selected everything. I did Ctrl Y to redo. Now the stick is in the group. So now I can do this to revert and select just the sticks. That was a cool little tech right there. But yeah, this stick is breaking up their traversable area, so that's good. I don't know why this other stick isn't. That is interesting once again. So I'm gonna undo, redo, select just the stick. I'm gonna put that stick like over here. Maybe take a different one. Holy tech, yeah. Alright. I hope we're getting those 5 pieces, because I do want to steal that, yeah. Alright, so this should kind of solve them walking through it like that. So I do think we should copy that over here for the other one. Like so. Can I see you? Okay, I don't know why it's different now. It's like, depending on the angle, it either ignores it or it doesn't. It's really strange, but let's just, I guess, we'll just add another stick here. There you go. And we'll add another stick on the back, I guess, because it's still being annoying. Oh god, yeah. Yes it is. Okay. There. That should make it better. Alright, okay, this one is not touching the ground. There we go. And we should probably go ahead with some light brushing inside of here. Specifically with this, to make it look like the animals are lying inside of it. And for this one, what do you think of the exhibit feature in Planet Zoo so far? I mean, we know nothing. Like there's nothing I can think. Have they even announced a single new exhibit animal? I don't think so. I guess they're holding off on that until they're gonna announce the new mechanics. But yeah, there's not really any opinion to have yet. Alright. Cool, so I'm going to add a couple of rocks. Oh yeah, the fish... yeah, there is a couple of fish that are now listed as exhibit animals. That's true. Let's get tempered rock. Talk. We're going to add a couple of rocks around here. Which would be put there to kind of deter the animals away from the plants. I mean, the wallabies are going to hide in the plants regardless. But it's especially so they don't like completely squish them. Yeah, no, if you count the fish, then that definitely does count. And I'm very curious to see how that's going to work. I just want to know. Like, please tell me, Frontier. Okay, please stop walking through my bushes. This is exactly what I'm trying to prevent here. Being a meanie. It is for videoing exhibits. Videoing exhibits. You mean like making videos of exhibits? Because it can be difficult because of the glass. Just get as close. Yeah, I don't know. If you want to film the inside, you need to just get as close to the glass as possible. I have a hole in my chest. Oh no. Oh, it's because of Prague Zoo. That's really funny. I didn't notice. I love the Prague's Darwin's Crater. I just noticed your t-shirt. The Darwin's Crater is really cool, yeah. It is also an Australia area with wallaby and wombat and Tasmanian devils. So it's almost like Keypark in a way. Right, we're gonna add a couple of like random rocks. So now. I wish you could set the random rotation. Wait, we can do all axis. What am I? Stupid. Oh wait, I'm doing it wrong. I have that stupid thing selected. I mean, it's not a stupid thing, it's a good feature from K-Build, but... Wait, why is he sitting there? That looks so funny. You know what, I'm not even mad, I love it. I love it. He's like, dude, that's my house. Tasmanian devils have an indoor part. Will the Tasmanian devil have an indoor part? Because I swear they need one for keepers to get outside the house. Are they not that angry? I mean, they need an indoor space, but I don't know if we're gonna make that accessible to the public. I don't think so. Yeah, no, because it's gonna be back here. So, well, they'll get an indoor area. Implied. Indoor area, we're not actually gonna like see that. I'm just gonna make a box. A very nice box for them. So we've made a much more temperate exhibit over here. I do want to get some of these red rocks as well. Actually, let's do that. Desert rock. I'm gonna get some red desert rocks in here as well. Just so that we have both. Like we have a little bit of a gradient of sorts, I guess. And I think that is pretty much our emu wallaby exhibit almost done. We do need, I guess, some kind of feeder, or let me look around in the video. I guess we can add some small trees. We don't really have any shade right now, which is an issue. And we don't have much shelter, which I'm not sure if that really matters. But shade is definitely a thing that we should incorporate. Boy, are echidna in Paradise inside the koala house? I don't know where they are. I think they might be behind the scenes. I do want to add, okay, we're going to add a Clio. Gonna add a big bush over here. Oh wait, we still run the rotation. Hold on. I sent you the early concept of Roger's new home. Okay. We're gonna need everyone to sign off on this. Oh, oops. Okay, that was my own Discord, thank God. There we go. So, over here we have Roger's new home. He's got a new friend who is very white. But this does look really good, I'm gonna admit. So I think he will indeed love it here. How lovely. So, we're gonna have to have the chat sign off on this one, obviously. So, we will start a poll. Is it okay to send Roger to Belgium? Keep in mind, it is in Belgium, so let's start that poll. I don't know why this isn't showing. Why isn't it showing the poll? Why is it just spitting? Alright, apparently doing this from OBS is not working. Do we move him here or euthanize him? Alright, I'm gonna try to start the poll here. Do we send Roger to Belgium? Yes or no? Start poll. Now it's also just spinning. Okay, no, now it's actually working. Okay, it just wasn't working from OBS. How can you send anyone to Belgium? Ooh, it's going 50-50. Okay, no, it is running ahead with a outstanding or an uncontested yes. Well, it's not uncontested because there is some contention, but we have 90% yes. So I'm gonna say we can end the poll. How do I? There we go. For some reason, this UI is very slow. We're gonna end the poll there. Very short poll. We will. One guy said no. We will send Roger to Zoo of Ghent. his life will be so nice there. So that is just absolutely lovely. It wasn't me. I don't vote in my own polls, come on. Unless I have something very important to say. Reader the poll was rigged. I think we found out who voted no. This is also something that I like to add a lot, by the way. A couple of dead trees. Or dead bushes. To get some like dead branch detail. Especially underneath the corresponding bush. Just makes it look like they've been eating from it or something like that. So that's gonna hide the backstage building a little bit, which is cool. So now, I think we move on to the Tasmanian Devils, or to the backstage building. I think I want to move on to the Tasmanian Devils, but I do want to work out a little better where the backstage is going to be exactly. So we're gonna make that come forward a bit. Gotta add a crack in the enclosure fence and say it's being redeveloped into a rhino enclosure. Not exactly sure how that's gonna fit. But you do you. You know, when Keypark's on the workshop, I would love to see your version of that enclosure with a rhino in it. So, the backstage. I'm gonna quickly look up the Hanover enclosure again. Which is it just me or is that? I always thought it was wood, but it actually might be metal-ish. Huh. I think I might want to keep it in a similar style as the rest though. Like we've got this stuff. I think we can just take the top part of this and use that. So I want to make it out of this stained wood stuff. And I got a nice large stable building. Who could that have been? Wait, alright. You should have some lore why Roger is moving out. A guest jump in and he nibbled on them. No. It just, the enclosure wasn't suitable anymore. They were considering letting him live out his days, but an opportunity moved up when Zoo of Ghent had an opening or whatever. Or they just couldn't live to see it. The current situation, and they decided to step in. You can make up your own lore. Alright, just gonna have a very simple... I think I really just want to have this a very simple building, because it's just in the background here anyway. This is going to be the laziest thing I've ever built. But, we're going to take this. Can I make it with a beautiful... Whoa, I wouldn't go that far. Sometimes resources are limited, you know? Wait, actually, is this bothering me? You could do something like Keypark Zoo, where they used. I hate that so much. Like, that zoo, that fucking zoo, man. Like, that stupid polar bear pool pissed me off so much, because it's like, look at how bad it used to be, when it's still bad. You don't get to say, look how bad it used to be, when you still have tigers in a fucking small box. And leopards, and snow leopards, and whatever else they have. God, that pissed me off. Wait, I actually kind of want this to cover those screw holes, because I... What country is Liberec in? It is in the Czech Republic. See, it's just a big old barn. I think that works quite well. We should flip this one around. Oh, why is it? Okay, apparently something messed up. There we go. I'm not surprised by that for some reason. I mean, it's... I would say, overall, the Czech Republic has some really, really good zoos. So I don't think it's valid to say that that's not surprising. Yeah, I think that's a valid height for this. We do want to add some windows to this, of course, and some doors, and we want to hide this habitat gate over here and connect that to the path. So let's take the stained wood. I'm going to take this door. I'm going to flip this upside down. And I'm going to take that over here. That's what the keepers will come in from. And we can take this like so. That doesn't work, sadly. So we'll have to do this. And figure something out. Is this part of the barrier? Wait, what barrier is this, even? It's not connected to anything. Get rid of it. Wait, what's on the ground there? What? Why is there a barrier on the ground? What the hell is this? What? Why is there a limestone floor down here? Why is there several limestone floors down here? So the thing is that Overland got downvoted in the ESEA while having a too short fence over the panda, and Liberec is ESEA but can have panda. Yeah, that's what I don't get either. There seems to be some kind of double standard. And same for some other zoos. Like, I really don't understand that decision with Overland. But whatever. It should be resolved soonish. Wait, I might raise it after all, just a bit. New mechanism will be... So it would become... I'm not going to build it probably, but it would become an Asian small-clawed otter habitat. Because right now, the idea for the Asian small-clawed otters is that they're going to go in here. Let me look it up. In here. This is going to be the Asian small-clawed otter enclosure, which is way too small. It's only indoors. So, in an ideal scenario, the zoo would have a way to basically have a tunnel for the otters to be able to access this as their outdoor enclosure. Like that would be a tunnel, because the indoor enclosure is like over here. It's underneath the red pandas, basically. And then they would have a tunnel to get into this as an outdoor enclosure. Basically doubling their enclosure. And they still kind of fit in the Nepal area. I don't think the Asian small-clawed otters are super common in red panda habitat, but they are there. Hey Goran, I want to be able to read my comment about the pathing. I feel like the pathing in this area needs some cracks and decals because it looks too clean. Oh, that's a good point. And don't worry. It's not rude to ask. You asked very nicely, in fact. So I don't mind that at all. What kind of animal do you think I should build for my zoo? Ooh, I don't know what you should build for. I know nothing about your zoo. I mean, your username is that Komodo dragon, but I am gonna go out on a limb and assume that you've already built for Komodo dragon. I think what we... I think what I would be able to do, if I wanted to, which I do, but it's difficult. We should... In real life, we would be able to kind of fill in this half of the moat. But not the other half. That's kind of the difficult part. Could have a civet where the otters used to be instead of the otters. I mean, but the otters need more space too. That's also a very dated enclosure. Because it's based on the old enclosure of Artis, which is also no longer there. So what this is gonna do as well is it's gonna... Okay, wait. I'm going to have to change this to be like this. I have to change this to be deeper. So apparently messes up that. Not if we do it like this. Okay, cool. And then we can fill up this by the looks of it. That's probably fine. With the fish being in the exhibit tag, especially with the trout, I can't see them fitting in the old forever boxes. I hope so. I really can't tell. And not because I'm not allowed to tell, I really just don't know. doing the emu noise. It's so nice to be able to build again with the game unpaused. Can I just say that? Like, I'm really sad about Roger being gone, but my god, is it nice to be able to build like this, because it's just so much nicer. I love seeing the zoo be alive, you know? Alright, now I want to take this, and we're going to basically encompass the other enclosure into this enclosure. And I wonder why the game doesn't recognize that I just did that, first of all. I need to pause. Huh? Game? Is there an issue with this? Oh, multiple habitat. Oh, wait. Okay, it's... The game is now confused. We need to be better at this. So, really surround all of it. Why did I use this many things anyway? It's so unnecessary. All of this can be like combined into one. Anyway, what's it upset about? Where is the other habitat gate? Over here. Okay. This one's fine. Wait, so what is the other habitat it is complaining about? Oh. Wait. So they have a shared border over here. And that's probably causing some issues. So we're gonna delete this. Put this back. Oh, probably I just messed this up at some point, because for some reason there's no habitat. There's no barrier around the back here for some reason. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. That should solve it. So I'm gonna put this more alongside its barrier. And this can go nice and snugly in here. There. Oh, look, the wallabies can get into the thing now. Nice. They can also escape, but that's fine. It is done. Very cool. So yeah, the wallabies can hop the fence, while the Tasmanian devils can also hop the fence, but we're gonna make it so that they can't. Soon. They even... Oh, you even have a sign. Amazing. Alright. When you have done Keypark, are you going to do a last tour of everything? And if you are, then what do you think you would do it with? I mean, that would take a long time. Because every one of the tours so far has taken forever. A sign with a Keypark reference. I mean, that is kind of a key feature of having Old Roger in your enclosure. It's kind of a must-have, to be honest. Okay, so according to Planet Zoo, the Tasmanian devils can easily jump out of this enclosure. I don't think so. Oh, the emus can get through as well. Oh my god, look at them go! I love this. So this is what I had in mind for these enclosures. That the other animals will be able to go in and out of the Tasmanian devil enclosure at will. While the Tasmanian devils are basically stuck to only be in this side. Hi, you're so loud. Yes. If it helps, I would watch it all, and even probably would, so that's 2 views. I mean, even would be in the video probably. So what I want over here is, okay, let's start off with the Tasmanian Devil side of things. Why is, I'm clicking hello game, I'm pressing a button. It's not working. Wait, why is it not, huh? Why is it not letting me? Oh, it's a group, okay. I was like, why is it not letting me align the surface? I didn't realize it was a group. Even still watches you, even if it's in them. Oh, that's cute. I appreciate you. I do the same. But yeah, so over here, we're gonna have... We're probably gonna make this look better, but we're gonna have this rock wall. It's gonna be like this tall. How tall would it need to be? I don't really know. But I'm gonna dig into this a bit. I don't know why it's not letting me do it here. Okay. There we go. Basically, if I make this mode really deep, it's going to break stuff, but we're gonna fix it, okay? So, basically by making this mode really deep, we can get this terrain up to this edge a lot better. Welcome to Terrain with Goron. So, basically by doing that, okay, it's not really showing it in its best way right now. But yeah, we can do this. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to accomplish. So, and then we can hide that. So, let's keep doing this. We can hide that with pieces, but that way we can have terrain all the way up to the edge. That's what I want to accomplish. Because I want to avoid, so what I usually have to do, like what I did over here, is to go up to this edge, I have to use like rocks. But I want to have grass right up until the edge. So that's why I want to do it completely with terrain. So let's keep this up for a moment. I meant you changing terrain. Oh, I was using the freebuild mod. You can't see that, but using freebuild, you can edit the paths. Ta-da, I just dug a hole. So, that should not have been the reason. Oh hey, there's a sign here that shouldn't be there. Oh wait, no, there is. I thought this was like stuck to the rock. I didn't see the poles. I thought I still had one of the old signs in there. Like that didn't have text. Okay, so we're gonna break that up. Get this all the way here, break that up. Okay, nice. And actually, maybe this mode is good the way it is. I was gonna say like we can make it less deep, but maybe we want it to be this deep. We'll see if the wallabies and stuff can still get over it. Well, that's a thing to figure out in a moment. It's very steep. Is that why your terrain bus goes over 100%? Yes, that's also the freebuild mod. It's over 9,000. It's actually not. It can only go up to 200. No, no, no. You know what, actually, this is This is fine the way it is. Let's not touch it. It's good. I do want to try to raise this a bit more. If it'll let me, yes. So has anyone else watched The Odyssey yet? I know it just came out. Like, normally I'm not this on top of movies and stuff, and I'm like the one that's late. But ever since I got my movie, like my cinema subscription, I've been seeing movies. I did not watch it in the intended IMAX. Apparently the only place where you can do that is in Brussels, and I'm not going to go all the way to Brussels for a movie that I've at this point already seen, even. Alright, so we've got the terrain how we want it. I was watching Spider-Man. Of course I'm gonna watch Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Like, I'm a bit tired of Marvel, but for Spider-Man, I will gladly make an exception. Actually, you know, I'm speaking of being tired of Marvel. I actually, yesterday, because I was, like, feeling sick and too tired to do anything productive. So I watched the little Punisher like one-off thing that they made a while ago, and it was also pretty good. I really enjoyed it. It was not like good, but it was just good, fun action. Like, the plot made absolutely no fucking sense. Wait, there's gonna be a re-release of Jurassic Park? Why is this the first I'm hearing of that? I love watching Jurassic Park. Actually, they re-released it here in theaters, like, not even that long ago, because there were a bunch of Triceratopses, like, across the entire country. Like, there were 5... Was it 5? Even it was 5, right? I think there were 5 Triceratops skeletons that were going to be displayed at the Naturalis Museum. But before they went to the main museum, they were, like, displayed in libraries across the countries. And any city that had a Triceratops on display was also playing Jurassic Park in cinemas. So there was one of them really close to my house, so I invited a friend to go look at the Triceratops and go watch Jurassic Park afterwards. So we went to see it together. He'd actually never seen it, so he had a great time, which is just further proof how well that movie holds up. But for me, that was the first time seeing it in theaters, so that was just an amazing experience for me as well. I absolutely loved it. You know what movie I really would like to see in cinemas? The fucking new Avatar movie. But you know, as far as I know, right? I can't even watch it legally in the Netherlands. Like, I'm pretty sure they didn't even release it here. So it's fucking baffling to me that they don't just give it a cinema release. Because, like, you're just telling me, yeah, if you want to watch it, go pirate it at that point. Oh, it's a tribute to Sam Neill. What do you think the next Goran Goes Wild will be? I need to start making plans for that, to be honest, because it should be... I mean, I still have a one-off video of me going to see Puffins, so that one will come whenever I'm done with the Uganda videos. No, I mean the Last Airbender one, the new one. Yeah, random city spotting pigeons, hell yes. Oh, is the World Cup final on? I don't care. I'm not a soccer person, I'm so sorry if this ruins your perception of me. No, but yeah, I went to see Puffins in... When was that? May? Early May, I think? Which I can do a small video on, but I want to do the Uganda stuff first. And then next year, there are plans in the works, but they're mainly still in the concept stage at the moment. And those plans are actually not for wild stuff yet. Like, I'm planning to attach some wild stuff to those like half existing plans. Well, it's more than half existing. It's like this is going to happen. We just need to actually put it into past the ideation phase, I guess. Alright, so we have our rock wall. So we're going to go ahead and turn this barrier. Oh, there's going to be another Hunger Games one? I haven't seen the last one. See, this is what I mean. Like, up until me getting this cinema subscription not that long ago, I was living under a rock when it came to movies. Like, I would just go see Spider-Man. But there's a good chance that I will be taken to this Hunger Games movies. I gotta go puffin and seal spotting. Yeah, we saw a bunch of seals as well. But honestly, especially if you just go to Dublin, like there's so many seals in the harbor. If you go to Blackrock. Is that what it was called? Wait, no. Wait, what was it? What's the place called? I think it is Blackrock actually. Now I'm gonna look it up. Oh no, Howlif. Hove. Right, Blackrock is where my friends live. Hove. The Hove Harbor place. That's where we could see seals. You know why the big aviary? Because they're gonna get rid of it eventually. Like they're not. It needs renovations, but they're not gonna do the renovations because they're just waiting to close it basically. All right, they can still get in and out. That's cool. I like to see him jump it. Whoa, that is a big old jump. Okay, can you get in and out? Yeah, you can. Wow. Wait, I'd like to see that. No, wait, no, don't. Actually. Wait, how can I move it here? Okay, I can move it here. Alright, I'm not going to be able to manually move them back and forth easily, because it's going to put them in the other habitat. But let's see. Oh. I want to see you jump. Also, why is there a bunch of shit here, and is it not getting cleaned? Let me get a caretaker. Hey, you. Hey. Get over here. Do your job.
Whoa. Oh.
Wait, okay. Yeah, I just put them next to a fucking emu. I want to see you jump. Go ahead and jump. Do, 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 do. How bad will this look? I want to know. I get up. Do, do, do. Oh god, that looks horrible. That's funny. There's apparently seals in Paynton, but I've never seen one. But I did see baby dolphins. What? That's crazy. I think that's a bigger flex, to be honest. What animal do you think is on... Which animal do you think is on the photo? Lionfish. Like, the moment they announced it, I was like, yep, that's a lionfish. I think I wasn't the only one, but I'm gonna say that it's completely my idea. But we'll wait and see. Don't sleep here, you're gonna get bit by a Tasmanian devil. Alright. Look out! He's coming for you! They were adorable. Most of the time they follow the boat. Oh, you're on a boat. That's so cool. I mean, I was on a boat when I saw the puffins. But... Oh, whoa. You're not supposed to do that. Wait, you're actually... You're stuck. Wait, he's stuck. How do I unstuck him? Wait, what's the button? Isn't that where the new zookeeper center is going to go? What, in Blijdorp? At the aviary? No, it was going to be the... part of the new elephant yard, but I don't know if that's going through. Leafy sea dragon? Oh, that would be cool. Talking about the aviary. Oh yeah, does anyone know why they removed the birdhouse in Burger Zoo and replaced it with nothing? Oh, that. Oh, I don't know about that part. I mean, it had to go because it was just too old. And now I think they're just waiting to be doing stuff with it. Right, I think the jumping looks really silly, but I do like that it's possible. And functional. If we didn't have to deal with Planet Zoo terrain, then it would... this would be different. But now, okay, so now we do need to think about how we're going to split up this habitat. So logically it would be to split it down the middle, like this. So we would have something, like I would have like a zigzagging line here. And we could probably put some windows or something down the middle. Wait, Leafy Sea Dragons only in freezers wide, but I really want to have them in game. One of which is a Portugal run, just saying. That does sound tempting. I'm gonna maybe go to the reopened Sea Life here soon, which have the Dragon Moray. Oh, wait, 1 second. My not washing machine, the other thing. My dishwasher is beeping, and I always forget to like air it when it's done, so I'm gonna quickly do that. This will take like 2 seconds. I'm back. I really want Silky Anteater. I don't think I've heard of that one before. Wait. Silky Anteater. Oh, whoa, that looks so cute. Holy shit. I mean, I would probably prefer Tamandua anyway. Even though these look adorable. Just Tamandua seem more... thingy thing. Oh wow. Even sent a thing. Like forever ago, I think. How forever ago? Like more than 15 minutes ago. It is Roger's new home. With a sign. Meet Roger. Amazing. Keypark Zoo. Stronger together. What? Amazing. Amazing. Good job, Eben. Savior. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of thinky. What fish do you think they will feel next week? I mean, we already talked about that. I think it's a lionfish that they showed in the picture. So we're gonna go ahead and do something like this. God, that visceral scream of the devils. I know, buddy. Yeah, I know. They got food. Let's see, this is looking to be a bit small. The other fish, there are at least 5. Wait, are there? Zoopedia. I mean, they... Let's see. We already know... I think it's gonna be a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, there are at least 5. Damn. I mean... There are quite a few that we've seen, but are not on the Zoopedia that, like... I think we've seen... The Blacktip Reef Shark we saw at the end of, like, the last teaser. So maybe that's one of them. But I don't know, we're just speculating at this point. I think it's mainly gonna be things that we've already seen. But we don't have to wait that long to find out anyway. So. I think Planet Zoo is adding a vaquita in the DLC. That would be fun. Like, as far as cetaceans go, that would be a very interesting one. Are they held anywhere? I don't think so, right? Although, wait, how do you spell that again? Vaquita. Wait, is that not how you spell it? Did you spell it wrong or did I spell it wrong? I'm gonna... I don't know why. It's not even showing up on fucking Zootopia. Venus. Okay, it's not showing up on Zootopia, so I don't think it's being held anywhere. There are like 10 alive. I assume not. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if somebody said, like, we need to... Okay, so it's a double-edged thing, right? Like, either we take them into a zoo, but they might die in captivity because we know very little about, like, how to keep them. Or they die in the wild because that's kind of the trajectory where they're heading, it seems, sadly. So, yeah, I don't know what would be a smart thing. It would definitely be a big blow to Zoo's reputation, though, if they were to take one into captivity and it would die. So probably nobody dares to do that. So what I don't like about this, right, is how it's closing this thing off right now. Like, it's basically ruining the view I was going for. Like, we kind of want to try to keep this open. But if we want to do that, we basically have to make the ditch go this way. Which would... that could work, actually. Or we use glass. That is the other option. We could put a window here. But I don't know how well that works. Okay. So, what do we say? I don't like the glass, personally. Let's try to make a moat. See what that goes. What that ends up like. Can you not turn the separation closure? Maybe. Like, how would it be then? Because the problem is, I mean, if it's, I'll catch up with us tomorrow. Still got stuff to do in the coming days. Feel free to use the last picture to spread the word on Roger on Discord. Thank you. I will do that. Okay, let's see. If we were to do it this way, hypothetically, but let's just use to make it nocturnal. I hope they just add nocturnal animals with maybe some nocturnal features. Like, if we did this. We would have a bit of a difficulty. Whoa, that looks very weird. But probably we can get rid of it. Oh, wait, wrong one. Like this too. I mean, that's not too bad. Which pure dream DLC. We don't even know what the game's gonna have, man. I can't choose that yet. Like, oh yeah, I would really like a DLC about, I don't know, Asian wetlands, but who knows? Maybe that's already in the game. I don't actually want a Asian wetlands DLC. I was trying to think of literally anything. I don't know. I really don't know. I think this would be really cool. I kind of like this. I think maybe from this side it might not work very well. Unless we just, add a big old rock. Big old rock. Over here. Which we can turn into some kind of shelter for them. To not waste the space. But this is just, I'm just blocking out the enclosure right now. So, I think if we do that, and we create, like, the last viewing point over here. Before the start of the South America area. I don't even think I want to make this high up. Like, this is a pretty decent view still. Especially if we raise this a little bit. Okay, wait, here. Doing too much force. Highlands DLC, yeah. I would like specifically a DLC based around the area where snub-nosed monkeys live. Give me takin, give me snub-nosed monkeys. I mean, we already have red pandas, but I probably will have giant pandas, so that's covered, but there's lots of cool animals in that area. Like, I once got an advertisement for a, like, eco trip to see giant pandas, and honestly I got more excited by, like they had, like, yeah, we're gonna look for giant pandas, there's a chance of seeing all of these animals. And I was like, I would rather see all of those animals than see the giant panda. Can I please book your trip just to see, like, those? Alright, so this works pretty well. I like this. So we're gonna raise this up just a bit. And then we're gonna make this look good. And then we're gonna turn this rock into a shelter. This is not like their actual indoor area backstage. This is just going to be like a yeah, a shelter. And that's gonna also be like the connection point between the two habitats. Like they can go into this rock, they can close off the rock for one or two. Like this is loosely based on, I think multiple zoos have this actually, but I'm thinking of Copenhagen, I think. Let me look up Copenhagen real quick. Copenhagen. Have you seen London Zoo's Penguin Beach? I think the fences and glass bits would work great for here. I should have a look. I haven't seen that one, but I've got a pretty good idea. Like this, the fencing here. Okay, I can actually show that one already because I have it open. The fencing here is gonna be based on Zoo Duisburg, where you've got this like rocks at the bottom and then glass on top type of fencing, giving you kind of an eye-to-eye view with the tassies, and you can also look over it to get a better view. So I think this is basically exactly, this is what I want the habitat to look like basically. So this is what I'm going for habitat-wise. Then right now what we're building, wait, I don't want to close all of this. Let me keep it open. This rock is based on Copenhagen, so let me quickly see if I can very quickly find that. Hello, Antitron. That's a wallaby. I need to get to... That's the red panda. Is this it? This could be it. This is a bunch of rocks. Okay, wait, this is not it at all. No, we're not even close. This is the tigers. This is a baby tiger. Look at that baby tiger. That was like a couple days old. That's the cutest thing ever. Actually, was that it? No, we're not there yet. This is a cool educational place. This is a cool aviary. And now we're getting to the Tasmanian Devils. So actually, I can definitely use this as inspiration as well. It's very similar to Duisburg, but I'm looking for this rock. Where's this rock? I could swear there was like a rock, like the one that we're building in here. Is there not? I'm thinking of something else. What? Now I'm just confused. What's this? Okay, that's me going back to the puffins. I'm 99% sure that the thing that I'm thinking of is a thing. And now I'm very frustrated. Wait, that's the pandas. It's me going outside of the zoo. What? That's the pandas some more. I am confused. That's the wombat. That's the guy. I could swear there was a thing here that is like the thing that I'm describing, but I guess I just can't find it this quickly. That's okay. We don't need to base this off of another zoo. We can have original ideas. No, it was only for the leopard? Maybe. Anywho, let's build the thing that I want to build. So we're gonna take some rock and just do literally just that. Let's get a vendor for skill. Actually, I made my own skill guy because I turned the I turned the Red Panda employee into a... Yeah, I turned the cardboard cutout. I put this on the workshop, by the way, if you want it. If you want to use it for skill. So it just shows me that the rock needs to be a little bit bigger. Kind of looks cute. I heard that. Somebody did say that, and it's kind of a coincidence, because that was not the intention. I just traced a photo from the Red Panda Network. But hey, self-insert. I wish I was a Red Panda Network employee. Actually, can they... Tasmanian... No, they can't climb. So I don't know if we're going to be able to make this so that they can actually use it. Or actually use it like as a way to get in and out of their enclosure, but we'll find out momentarily. I mean, we just need to make this site open up more, I guess. Like so. What do you think will be the biggest animal in Keypark by name? Well, if Eben has his way, it will be the Andean black bear, or the Andean bear. But I don't know. I mean, I always intended the hyenas to kind of be the biggest one, but we might get tapir. Like the space over here is pretty much big enough for tapir. I think Eben is correct that if I don't do the aviary, then this entire space is big enough to do the Andean bears. But then I can't do the anteaters, which is kind of a thing that I really, really want to do. Spectacled bear Keypark, please. No. But look at all the other cool stuff that I might be doing here. Why don't you just expand the zoo? Because I'm trying to finish it. And I've already done it a number of times, and it's kind of at a perfect, like, fitting into this area. I'll see, like, how big the exhibit at Frankfurt is. Because I feel like that's one of the smaller ones. Either Frankfurt or Duisburg, I guess. And I'll make my decision based on that. But I'm not going to do that now. It is a top tier bear. I mean, any bear is a top tier bear. I feel like Sun Bear would make more sense though, because they're smaller. It's just that we don't have an area in Keypark where they fit. Really. What are your favorite zoo in the Netherlands? Your favorite zoo in Europe? Netherlands? It's either... it's probably still the Beekse Berg. Beekse Berg is just... So, if you ask me which zoo in the Netherlands is a must visit, it's Burgers Zoo. Or Gaia Zoo. But my favorite zoo, like a zoo that I can come back to at any time and never be bored, is Beekse Berg. Like at Burgers Zoo, it's amazing, but I don't feel like I can go there an infinite times and not be bored. Even though there is a lot to see, like a lot of the wow is like the eco displays and stuff, and at some point you've kind of seen those. And then you can look for like specific birds, or there's some free roaming animals that are tough to spot. But I don't know, I'm kind of like, after I had my subscription for a year or two, I was kind of done with Burgers. And I still have to have that with the Beeksberg. Like I'm always just seeing cool stuff there, and it's a very personal thing. Probably other people don't feel this way, but that's just how I feel. Alright, let's see the traversable area now. Okay, so they can jump somewhere somehow. This door is big enough, surprisingly. So we probably just need to adjust this one ever so slightly to make it also suitable. Oh, so close. Yeah! Alright, so now they can walk through. So now we just need to make this look good. And yeah, we got pretty similar sized habitats actually. So that's good. Now, I think realistically they wouldn't waste resources on making this rock wall look good. But whatever. Something like that. Look, it's the comet from Darwin's crater. Yeah, I don't know if there really is a dire need to do much about this. Like, it's a little bit very apparent that it's there from this side. Maybe that. I mean, once we add some grass and stuff, it's fine. Probably. It also is just... yeah, I don't know. It's probably fine. How's your crab doing? They're both doing great. And my fish are doing great. Pet situation is rolling. Alright, let's investigate the sightlines. And then go into explore mode. So actually I feel like Smear is just too high up. Maybe we need to raise the guest a little bit here. Which is risky. But I feel like a kid is gonna struggle here. So I'm going to raise this up a bit. If the game will let me. Okay. Like so. That works. Also makes it a little bit more interesting. That does make it so that you can... That's what I was expecting. That's why I didn't really want to do it. Let me just raise this a bit as well. That's fine. And yeah, we can see into the moat here, but that could just be a terrain feature, you know? We could also avoid it a bit by making it more like this. And you can become... Actually, everything can become null, I think. But yeah, so this over here. Let's just do this, actually. No. No, I don't want to be in the barrier menu. Oh. Alright. So yeah, you can see a little bit that there's a moat there, but if we just add a bush, honestly, even just a small bush, bam, hidden. So that's pretty good. And then the next viewpoint is going to be back here, where it's mostly fine. Like, might need just a bit of raising of this. There we go. So you're going to be standing around here. That's fine. And then these... This is fine. Like, yeah, okay, there's maybe some points where you might see something, but probably we're gonna have some kind of log here. Oh, they're no longer in the nature tab, of course. We're gonna have some kind of log here, like this one, which will have the windows attached to it. And then that's going to block out like the worst of it. And then over here you'll have the whole cave. And then you'll have this where, yeah, once again, probably gotta add another creosote bush over hereabouts to make that work a bit better. Nice. And then from this angle, like, yeah, you're gonna have some views into it, but hopefully at that point you're distracted by wombats. No one's gonna be, because they're never gonna be outside. But that's fine. I mean, we already got a couple of rocky stuff. Probably, given how steep this is becoming, we need to add a rock here anyway. There we go. We just have kind of multiple layers of rock with the habitat on top. Maybe we should not have enlarged this rock so much. Maybe we don't need this rock even. Or we can make it a lot smaller at the very least. Because it is a nice thing to break up the terrain a little bit. Because yeah, we do have a few angles where we see the rocks a little bit more prominently than I would like. And this one, it doesn't even need to go like it can do like this. Yeah, I'd say that works quite well. Now it's just one lovely landscape. Amazing. So once we add some grass and stuff, it'll be just dandy. Which is exactly kind of the next thing that we gotta do, I think. Try to make this terrain a bit more out there. Because I would like to have as little of this tropical rock stuff as possible. Over here, that's definitely doable. I'm just gonna get rid of these paths for now, because we need to redo all of it anyway. Wow, that gets rid of almost all of it. That's great. Yeah, because over here we can just go inside. No problem. Just clipping a little bit over there. And we clipped a little bit over here. Awesome. Probably want to do a bit of this though. Okay. So what I want to make in this area, which is indicated by all of these ferns, is a little bit of a fern garden. To kind of signify that part of Australia's landscape. All the biomes, I guess. Okay, so over here we have the terrain going up a fair bit, which is all good. I think we'll finish off this little layout and I'll do the planting on my own time. If I even have any time. Honestly, next stream is already on Wednesday, of course. So, who knows. But if I end up finishing a lot of this, next stream we're gonna go into the basement of the aquarium. And work on the kiwi, quokka, and echidna habitats in there. Which I think is also pretty exciting. Okay, maybe not have it completely one-to-one with the top. And now we can add 8 rock There we go. Very nice. And barriers, yes. I want to make glass. This can all be glass. I can't stop laughing, the dude just looks like a chill dude. It's good to be a chill dude. We'll have to change this a little bit because we moved the glass. But let's put this here, put this here-ish, this over here. Is that high enough? I'm not sure. It needs to be slightly higher. Doesn't need to be that high though. And these are fine. What was your favorite animal you saw in Nepal apart from red pandas? Probably the rhino. Yeah, I know. You were talking about the cardboard person. Hey, yeah. Been late. That's fine. You can enjoy the fruits of our labor without having to bear with me getting distracted by a million things along the way. Okay, this window can actually be... Okay, this one needs to be higher because I want to just fill the thing. This one can be lower because the rock wall is not that much lower actually. But that's fine. Can move this back a bit. What if we just move it up a bit? No, that doesn't make sense. Let's move it back a bit and we'll fill in those gaps in different ways. You misspelled Gariel. Wait, did I? In the video? Damn, it passed me. I mean, I'm always making typos, so it's a curse. Love the African leopard. Yeah, I was, honestly, I was expecting people to be more upset about that. But I didn't even see that much pushback. People are just excited, which is great. Because I was like, wow, they tease us with like an additional animal and then it's not something new, you know? Like it's new for like, we didn't know that it was coming yet, but it's like not a new animal compared to Planet Zoo 1. So I was like, huh, I was expecting something a bit more substantial, I guess. Yeah, they really haven't shown us much outside of Africa yet. Apart from fish, I guess. So that would indeed be appreciated. They show off to Tanzania, so we'd love to see the leopard in the wild. Whoa. Wait, but Tanzania doesn't have leopards. I assume you're gonna make a stop somewhere else. Oh wait, Tanzania. I thought you meant Tasmania. Honestly, some friends of mine, or yeah, friends is a big word. Some people I know went to Tanzania, and they barely saw leopards. I don't even know if they saw leopards. They saw a lot of the other stuff, but then me in Uganda, who barely saw any lions and saw like 11 leopards, and they were like, "What?" So I don't know. I hope you see them, but just manage your expectations, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to South Africa this year. Wow, everyone's making the cool trips. Yeah, Tasmania is definitely still high on my list as well. Because I've heard really, really cool things from people who've been. Alright, so we can do. Okay, needs a little bit of cleaning. Boop. Okay, that just gets rid of everything. Boop. You know how that works. I'm off to the Netherlands next year. I hope to see a wild corn in Tesco's. We don't have Tesco's here, so that's gonna be a challenge already. I've been in a Tesco once in Dublin. No, not in Dublin, just in Ireland. It was in a random place in Dublin. We were looking for a toilet, and according to some like toilet website, it said that Tesco had a public toilet. It did not. So we went to Tesco for no reason. But at least I can now say that I've been to a Tesco. So I was actually very excited about going to a Tesco. To the point where my friends wondered if I lied about there supposedly being a toilet in there, just so I could go to Tesco. But that was not the case. They're just... I did not lie to go to Tesco, but I was unreasonably excited to go to Tesco. There's so many memes about Tesco. I just wanted to be part of that, you know? For real, I'm going to Florida in 2 weeks. That is also very, very cool. What shops do you have in the Netherlands? I think we just have, like, a lot of Dutch shops. I mean, we have the Lidl, which I think is more international. We have... Yeah, I don't know. Like, I can name a bunch of shops and supermarkets, but I don't think that's gonna say, like, mean anything to you. I found out while I was like traveling to, when I was in Vienna, I think, I found a HEMA, and I was like, wait, they have those? Like, because that's a very Dutch company, and I was just so surprised to find one in Vienna of all places. But apparently they've gone like a lot more international than I expected, which is really cool. About 2 months from now, I'm in Canada. Ooh. Cool beans, cool beans. Wishing you all the best. Hoping you see all the cool animals that you wish to see. Okay, for some reason the game is not cooperating with me here. Oh, it's because I'm on 10 fucking %. There we go. Gotta see orcas and whales and bears now. Canada has hit wildfires. Ooh, yeah, that part. And then Trump Trump hits them with tariffs for having wildfires. Or whatever his plan was. That was so fucking weird. Anyway, I think layout-wise, we are pretty good. I think it's just polishing and planting now. So let's have a look at if everything is still working how we want. And yeah, we need to clean up the backstage building as well. Still. So let's have a look. Can they still get through the backstage? That's kind of the main question, I guess. Oh, they can do so greatly. We might even be able to make it smaller. No, okay. But the good news is, if we redo that, okay, never mind. They can jump. They can jump over it. So theoretically, this habitat would not work. But honestly, it's not the worst thing if they can jump from one side to the other, even in real life. Like, they will probably not do it. And if it happens, they're still in an enclosure. This one's more risky. Like, if they get out into this one, I mean, they can't really escape this one either. God, the size difference between the two is so fucking big. But yeah, it's gonna be really funny. Like, a real-life zoo guest would be so confused that there's a wallaby standing in the devil enclosure. I love that. But yeah, and then in real life they would like close off part of the shelter. Like, they would only open up one side. Oh, look at him! Woo! He wants to be eaten. No. Tasmanian devils don't really hunt for wallabies, as far as I know. They mainly scavenge. Like, if they find a dead wallaby, they'll scavenge it. And again, I don't really know what would kill a wallaby, because there's no other, like, Tasmanian devils are like, oh, I guess dingo. Are there dingo on Tasmania? I don't think so. Wait, we have a Zoopedia for this. Why is it not giving me dingo? Oh. It is. No, they're not on Tasmania. Of course, there used to be the Tasmanian tiger. Before humans fucked that one up. God, the jumping emus look so stupid. Still risky. I mean, Paradisa has it. Yeah, I can show you the pangolin area. Just a sec. I mean, it's gonna be in the video soon anyway. When I get around to that. But I'll show it. No worries. It does indeed feel a little bit more risky than with Paradisa, because it's a slightly smaller enclosure. But I don't know, I like the idea of it. I like that it could work, and maybe at some point it goes wrong and the zoo would have to put up some like hot wire around here to prevent the wallabies and emus from going in. That would probably happen at some point, but until then, it's very cool. Wait, oh, they can go, whoa, they fit through that? I did not expect that. I was not expecting that at all. Oh, the devil just jumped. What the devil? I wonder if I can discourage that somehow without ruining the enclosure. I don't think so. Yeah, as long as he's no longer able to jump. What the hell? Oh no. Oh, this might be bad. Let's see if he can get out of this, because I think we have found an issue with the enclosure. I don't know why both the emu are just chilling on this side. And maybe I'm not sure if I want them to be here this much. Okay. they've left. So he's gone and gotten himself stuck down here. So that's maybe something that we should solve. Because he's not supposed to be able to do that. Like, there's no traversable area down there, so I don't know why that happened. But I guess we can try to solve that, because I think he's about to do it again. Little rascal. Why are you so interested in that? Okay, he's gone to the other side. Why is it not showing me? Oh, what? What? This game. I mean, the enclosure kind of works. Okay, we fixed it. Now they can walk freely. I'm back after 50 minutes of boring football. What have you done? We made the layout for the habitat. It's really cool. I'm really happy with it. It basically looks like one big enclosure. And the wallabies can get in, and the emus can get in, and they can get back out. The Tasmanians can jump between back and forth between the two, which is not supposed to happen, but whatever. In real life they wouldn't be able to do that, so we're just gonna pretend that they can't. They can get to the other side through this little indoor area. Yeah, the terrain is really nice. So we're basically, the next steps would be to do the same foliage palette inside of here. Maybe add a little bit more long grass like they have at Duisburg over here. So add more of this stuff using the kakakakake plants and the triodia grasses. Whatever doesn't absolutely demolish the traversable areas. That's basically the plan. But I'll do that in my own time. We're gonna wrap up the stream. We're gonna wrap this up by look at it. I love these shelters, man. Once again, a big shout out to the person that suggested that, because that was awesome. No, but I will show the pangolin area because somebody really wanted that. So we're gonna go boop, right in the middle of the Nepal area. We're gonna make it nighttime because we're entering a night house. Welcome to the home of Habre and the pangolin night house. I should put a light here, actually. But I mean, you can read the thing, but I should put a light here. But yeah, we have some rules for the pangolin lighthouse. No flash photography, be silent, no knocking on the windows, and yeah, for the best viewing, set your game to nighttime. So we're going to go inside, and we can immediately see we're in a little bar area. We got some cool education signs about saving the pangolins, but most importantly, we've got the pangolin enclosure, of course, and yeah, we've got lots of leaf litter, some plants, some climbing frames. And we've got a little thing over here where the pangolins can actually get inside of this and sleep there. And also on the upper level over here, there's another one. And they can also get inside of that. So we actually have like a double-tiered pangolin sleeping quarters that they can actually make use of. We're leaving the little bar now and going out into the nature. So we can see that there's all kinds of trees above us. It's very, very cute. And then over here, we've got our two pangolins walking around in their enclosure. We've got a couple more climbing frames, cool background logs, some bamboo in here as well to really simulate their environment. And it would be really cool if one of them went inside now. I think this one might. Okay, he's digging around a bit. There's a waterfall clipping through the wall when I speed it up. Doesn't look like he's about to go inside. Let's see if we can encourage him a little bit. So let's put him in there manually. I'm gonna put this one. Hello, game. Can you? Thank you. I'll take the other one. Put them in the... Whoa. Okay, we're on the roof. We'll put the other one in the bottom. No, not in the platypus enclosure. There we go. So right now you'll be able to see what that looks like. So yeah, they can go in these little caves. And there is actually bedding in here so that they are inclined to actually go to sleep in here. But this one looks like he's gonna head back out, or he's actually gonna go to sleep, I don't know. The other one's heading out. They don't really feel like it. But it's really, really cool. I'm so happy that I got that to work, because it was a bit of a pain. But it's so cool. And then on the other side, this is not a functional habitat, but in real life, this is where they could put either separate them a bit more, or put the juvenile one, if they have a juvenile. But currently it's not in use. Yeah, the other one's also left. Yeah, they can get all around, and it's all really, really cool. And then as we leave the room, we got a little teaser of some of the stuff that we'll find outside, just kind of to connect the two areas together by having the same kind of visual stuff. Because yeah, then you come outside and you've got the red panda habitat and stuff, and as you come down here, you will have those same prayer rocks and things. And yeah, over here, boom, we connect to the Australia area. This is also something that I need to fix. The back of this building is not finished. But yeah, if you were to take that shortcut, you immediately get one of the best views of this enclosure, which is just everything in one view over here. So that's really, really cool. Alright. Yeah, that is it for today. So in the next stream, probably I'm guessing the Tasmania Devil enclosure I will have finished by the next stream. So next stream we can either work on the Kookaburra aviary, but I think we'll probably end up starting off over here, working on the Komodo dragons. Oh, what's this? Huh. That's actually not something that I remembered being there. That's fine. That's probably fine. Yeah, next stream we'll probably work on this little area over here, this nocturnal area, and also do some things with the Komodo dragons, since we're working in the area anyway. Have you tried putting elephant grass to stop the devils jumping because of the big hitbox? We could, but it's gonna mess with the wallaby as well. So I don't know if that's necessarily what I want. I think I'm just gonna take it for granted. And maybe once I add some foliage in this area, it's gonna change things anyway. So we'll see about that. But yeah. Don't the Tasman Devil eat wallabies? I don't think so. Paradisa has this too. So I'm just gonna guess that it works. And if it doesn't, like if the zoo would ever have issues with it, they would put up some hot wire around here, and that would stop any incidents from happening. Or probably hot grass to make it less bad, but yeah. Anywho, that's gonna be it from me today. Yeah, this definitely... I feel like in real life the emu wouldn't jump back and forth. I kind of feel like making... I'm gonna see if I can mess with the game to make it so that the emus have to stay on this side. I can probably get that to work. So, because I don't like the fact that the emus are jumping here. The wallabies I'm fine with, I really like that. But the emus I don't. So I'm gonna look into that as well. But I'll do that off stream. I'll see you all on Wednesday. And I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, which is going to be nothing left of it, probably, but that's fine. I've been a blast watching you build. Said I couldn't be here all the time. Have a great day, Goron. Catch you next stream. Yeah, thanks for being here. Could make it 3 habitats? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a 3rd habitat with the same, like, I'm going to hide a 2nd habitat gate in here, and then have null barriers go around just this part of the habitat, and that's going to be the emu habitat. And the game is not going to like that probably, but we'll see. We'll see how it works. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up here. See you all Wednesday. I've said that for like the 5th time now. So thanks for watching, and bye-bye.
Hoppity hoppo.